ladies and what's up, gentlemen? And welcome to the world. We're going places. Yeah. My name is Lindels. No, Lindels, I mean Linda. And my cat's name is Leo. And this is... Bruh, come on. Calme-toi. So, okay, this is... Sick, my cats. So, like I was saying, yeah, this is like it's not the first episode of this, the world we're going places. This is the 1P, like the prequel episode to it. So yeah, I decided to to do it separately in case this is a longer lasting thing, several episodes and stuff. So yeah, so to know what, so that you know what this is about, and so that I know actually also what it's about in case I forget. So okay, this is gonna go in I guess we can split it in two main parts. This prequel. So first is gonna be the theme. Okay, so what is this about? Like, what's the theme of it? And secondly, it's gonna be the pillars, I'm gonna call this. So it's gonna be 3 pillars, and this meaning is like guidelines. So concerning this, the whole theme of this traveling stuff. What's what can be expected to be like certain, to be built upon, and to be like, if this is not respected, everything crumbles. So this is why it's the pillars, and this at least you have some. I mean, you have to trust me, but I mean it's I'm establishing what's gonna be consistent and what this all rests upon. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down, and you sit down too. So yeah, okay, because I have to concentrate to explain stuff. Right. So the world, we're going places. Yeah, I'm gonna clear the first thing. Like, is this a travel touristic thing? So no, it's not. Okay. It's actually, yeah, it's planetary significance, let's say, and digging around, looking everywhere. So yeah, but it's not just that. When I say we're going places, it's also involving time. So it's also a sort of it's time travels. So we're gonna go to places which are geolocations on the earth, like you can position it, but it's also time. So this is not centered on today, of course, or on this our century, or even our millennia. Okay, so yeah, it means like we're really gonna go in places, like damn, close, far, whatever. And now what's the okay, so first thing is the theme. So yeah, okay, all this travel and stuff, so what's the point, what's the theme of it? Okay, so the theme is a certain consideration of reality based on a perspective, a view that physics is not the end of what is. So this means that beyond physics, so beyond the physics, the universe, which is governed by universal laws, which physics is like, we explain like what's happening, but these are like universal and absolute and perfect and like inescapable for us, or for everything. So anyway, okay, so this is that there this view that there is there is beyond physics. Okay, I didn't on purpose. Okay, this is really super hard like to do, and you know, I'm just telling it. But anyway, I didn't say exists. I didn't even say existence. You know, I'm not gonna complicate ourselves too much with this, because that's not the point of the whole stuff. But as a you know, as a wide view, so it's not materialistic. I mean, materialistic like materialism, like this is the beginning, the end of everything, and there's nothing more besides it. So this is like actually, yeah, okay, we're gonna go in the direction of there is. So this means that it's not to be explained, because we cannot explain. We are bound by physics and everything we know and stuff, but okay, so it's about a feeling, it's not a belief thing, okay, so it's not there is spirituality, but it's not religious, you know. This is, I'm not, you know, don't worry, like, you know, so religious is something else. If you want to go to whatever your faith, whatever, yeah, this is like there is beyond, okay. So this is in and very different from a materialistic view of that there isn't. There is nothing beyond our realm, and you know, we could use above the universe as why above? Is it because okay it's better? No, it's because to escape to be out of those forces, you know, that are inescapable for organisms and for everything, for matter that is. Okay, that is governed by physics. You have to be like beyond it. Okay, you have to be. You're stronger than it. You're over it. So it can be comprehended from above, but you know, not from below. So wow, this is like, oh my god. Okay, but you get it. This is the first, like, you know, thing of, let's say, two things that will make the theme. So okay, already, you know, it's, you know, this is also to you know, to gauge your interest, so you don't waste your time and such. And as this is not, you know, a series for arguing or convincing you or changing your mind or whatever, or illusioning you. Well, let's compare. Let's say you're materialistic, which is like opposite of the theme we're exploring here. And not opposite, but I mean, there can be many things, but it's easy, you know, when you think about materialistic, you know what it is. It's just like here, now, and that's it, nothing else, and you're convinced, you're sure you can prove it, etc., etc. You know, you already know that, okay, this is, you know, if you're gonna look at this series, you know, I already, you know, I know, like, oh yeah, I know. I imagine, because I know some, you know, many subjects that could be, you know, addressed and such, explored. So, you know, the lol face, like, when it's like, lol, you know, lol, you know, lol, like, you know, that, lol, exactly, this is what you're gonna look at this and be like, yeah, so it doesn't adhere to you, but that doesn't mean that it has no validity for people. But mostly, you know, in the global climate, so this won't be of interest or understanding or whatever for a lot of people. Sack my cats. So okay, we already have this thing that to have, like, you know, genuinely this could be genuinely perhaps interesting to someone who has this is open to this kind of vision, or you know, it's not even a knowledge, but you have a feeling towards that this thing, like I say, like beyond physics. Okay. Bro, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Okay, I have to bring him because he mad, like, he, you know, Leo has a genuine interest in these kind of things, you know. I wonder from who he got that, huh? Bruh! Okay, so, yo, come to it, man! What's up? Bruh! So, Where was I? Oh god. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was at okay. Considering this clarification we made, in relation to what's been just discussed. So then the theme is what's up. Okay, I was I actually wondered for quite a while for this, for what's the word. It's a theme. Let's say I do it in one word. So the word is what's up, and clarification of the what's up. So theme of all this is what's up, because what's up, So since having, like me personally, I have this thing, but then I look around today, even to the future, and I'd be like, what's up? Like, the climate is pretty much not like, geared or having any kind of orientation towards what I just mentioned. And overall, I'm not saying don't get like, I'm not saying like as a individual thing, because I'm saying, but overall the climate, so it is not neutral to this, which will be an okay thing, because we can choose. It's actually the opposite. It's not friendly. It's unfriendly to it. So you have a lot of obstacles to this, like let's say freedom of thinking. Of course, you're free. This is the complete freedoms we have in lots of places, like let's say for America's the freedoms, cannot be more freer than that, right? But the obstacles, I'm not saying also, someone, is going there, personally against you, he's setting obstacles in your way, in your view, like, no, it's not like that, no. Don't worry, don't paranoid, this is not paranoia stuff. So it's just a climate thing, and you look at this climate, and you look at your orientation, and you navigate all this stuff, and you think, and you see, it's a constatation, is English, exists in English. You constate, in French, it's like you realize, you are existing in the world, and through all you learn and all this stuff, but you yourself, you get to know yourself, and you get to know the others, you get to know the world, reality, and then you're like, what's up? So the what's up is based on the following. So the theme gonna be also about cause and effects. Okay, this is obviously been like duh, but no, wait. Yeah, it seems simple, like, cause and effects. Maybe in first grade you hear about that. Doesn't matter. Most people don't have no idea, like don't care, because there's no point, because generally it's not viewed as it, because that will be, it goes together with the beyond physics things, the cause and effects things that are bound to physics, but there's always a cause. So this is like, this goes to reasons and stuff. So yeah, what I mean is the world we're going places considers things that happen as cause and effects, and does not considers, I not consider, and not going to consider through these explorations, that things have a mind of their own, When I'm saying this, I'm talking about things that very large perspectives and very large spread, and so I'm talking about, like, global. Another thing, if your realizations, your inner beliefs, or whatever, or what you're convinced, or how it is for you, or how it is you think for everybody, for reality, if you think that things have a mind of their own, you know, how things go by themselves, something, so things that happened in reality, so we say history, so I prefer like say reality because, yeah, I mean, you know, things in our realm have happened in a way, and they are to those effects, that the effect is how we live in today, you know, and everything that is, and okay, the causes of these effects, and this is, you know, again in some sort of antagonism, you know, between me saying this and this being about this, and another thing which being that, you know, things have a mind of their own and have, you know, it just happen like that. Okay, so yeah, this is the other thing that, you know, this is about, and already it's another thing that couldn't be law. Like I imagine me myself, you know, I change perspectives on the world, you know, I change my view, you know, I contemplate, let's say, from, you know, someone else's perspective, that, you know, I have to understand other people, so it's cool, and from perspective of materialistic, and then going with it also the not saying causes and effects in pretty much everything that has led to how it is, or that the causes, you know, they just appeared, you know, and like that. This is another thing. If you think like that, you're gonna hear me, you're gonna see this, you're gonna be like the law, like the law. Okay. Yep. So this is the team. Wassup is the team, and Wassup based on beyond physics perspectives, acknowledge it does, and causes and effects. So what's up? How come we chew time? We're getting farther and farther. Okay, so actually, you know, make it short, just to resume everything I said. What's the team? The team is Wassup, and Wassup is based on that things are beyond physics, and that there are causes and effects to what's up. So what's up? Okay, and now second part, the pillars. So we're not ready yet to go in the world. Before you know, establishing the pillars, so 3 pillars. So one pillar is called objective, another pillar is certitude, with the quotes, so quote certitude, quote, you know, certitude, and third and last pillar is how did I call it already? Oh yeah, no pitfalls. Yeah! These 3 pillars are, you know, what you can expect. You know, it's like a genuine seal of quality, let's say, or anyway, what is built upon and what is not negotiable, you know, in this. You're not gonna see me shatter those pillars, or, you know, not take them into consideration in anything I do in the world, and explore and film and stuff in the world. We're going places. Okay, so let's go pillar by pillar. Okay, so let's build them. Actually, you're gonna build them now. Start with the first one, objective. Woo! Oh, good. Okay, objective. This pillar, it means that as much as, you know, it can be, or it's not an absolute thing, but the topics discussed and the conclusions, and anyway, what I'm gonna try to what I'm gonna look at, say, and what the meaning of it, okay, is gonna be the result of it and stuff, you know, the causes and effects, let's say. Yeah, it's objective rather than subjective. Now, how do that? So this means that of course there is subjectivity in what I set as the theme, and what is the orientation. So this, if you look at the theme, you can see that there's some sort of orientation, which is mine, and I explore in this direction. So this is subjective. I choose this orientation, but the outcome of it. So to be objective, it means actually, I'm not important in this, so it doesn't really matter to me. And to push it further is not only to to look at those things like outside of the box, outside of my surroundings, or anything that's the immediate for me, or that matters, like personally. But also it means to talk about things and to view things as even things that, let's say, are oriented toward toward the premise, okay? But let's say me, like, I don't have them, or I suck at them, or I'm alien to them personally. So because okay, no one's perfect, man. Me, I'm not perfect. It's like, oh god, okay, yeah, this already. So of course, do look at me. Listen, I mean. Okay, so yeah, so even then, things that I have this thing this is a pillars. So even things that I'm not good at, or have no personal thing with this, or I'm talking about something that I do not have the potential or the skills or to whatever, to not have I won't be able to reach it or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not talking about it, like it's not about me. It doesn't matter that me, I suck at this, or I'm super great at it, or even that I desire it. I mean, some like there gonna be many conclusion stuff that I'm like I prefer it otherwise, or I'd like to present it otherwise, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so a tendency towards objectivity. Moving on, next pillars. Certitude with the quotes. Yeah. Okay, there's another pillar we're gonna build. So it's built on certitude, meaning that you can trust that what is discussed is accurate in reality. This means that things that I personally, in a given topic about some things that me, I'm like, I'm sure for myself, and I have no real doubt. If there was a gamble, I'll put everything on that, like no question asks. But this is not, it's not. There's several ways to go about it. Several accounts and stuff, and it's not. I can't be like, bang, be certain and justify it like totally. So what I mean is, like, if there is no certitude in my mind and justified and stuff for to put it like directly, for because anybody can look at this, and if you like this stuff, or if you're talking real life, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna go deeper with stuff that is questionable in some ways, or but it's not gonna happen here. This is like, we're going for certitude. Of course, it's not. That's why I put a quote, because it's not like certain, but there's still, like, everything pretty much. If I approach the topic with a date, an event, a cause and effect and stuff, it's gonna be like it's gonna be it's backed, and the backing can actually be like, because first episode is coming soon. So, I thought it was going to be easy. I just going to do like now, like, sit and stuff, but it's not like that, because, it's going to be like that. But some things that I wanted to say, I cut them because it's not like I'm not certain about it, because it can be many reasons. It's just sometimes because I know some languages, but what happened, some language I do not know, I cannot interpret easily, and the only translation that I have gotten my hands on, besides the one that I'm not, I just want to verify further, but I don't trust. I mean, I trust fully for myself, just, but I don't trust to be certain in this way. So let's say this is a direct explanation of something that's cut, even if I'm certain and me myself, but it's not a certitude, as in a way of like, duh, it's like, okay, this is how it is, and I'm confident to say that it's a reality concerning, the orientation that I'm taking. So yeah, okay, based on like certitude, certitude, like, okay. Third pillar, no pitfalls. Okay. Third pillar, it goes with the first two, but it's like another, so yeah, okay, I made it a pillar too. What are pitfalls is, let's say you have your orientation, and you want to look about Wassup, and you fall in a pitfall. So your gut feels and your mind feels, and what made you go to question yourself, to want to learn and stuff. Perhaps you had two things that we mentioned. Perhaps you had the beyond the physics acknowledgement for you, plus the cause and effects things. That stuff isn't randoms, important stuffs. And so this is like, okay, yeah, for me, if you ask me, like, I congratulate, doesn't mean it's the right thing, because someone who's the opposite of that, if you're the opposite, let's say, if you totally don't give a damn about that, you're gonna congratulate you. So me too, I congratulate you if you're like that. But personally, me myself, I then look at this and I'm like, okay, cool, what's up? But then it's the pitfalls. So this is very, very, sinister, let's say. Yeah. Because when you found the pitfalls, then you, without realizing it, you totally go, that's your orientation. So not only do you divert, but you you go to the flying rainbows with the unicorns and stuffs, so you're in that kind of knowledge. So you have to acknowledge the forces. Okay, if you mention pitfalls and you're like, haha, noobs falling in the pitfalls and stuff. So okay, you don't get it. Like, good lucks and whatever. You have to if you do not realize the strength of its influences, So anyway, okay, you found the pitfalls, and then you get to sound like and be actually like someone who actually is just living, and for him doesn't care or whatever. So it's just he's just following the commercial trends, which are dictated by fashion, which is dictated by whatever. So okay, it's meaningless. I mean, just materialistic and whatever. So then you can have you can say this. Okay, this is not like the deepest stuff ever, but you become even deeper than that. So the fashionista, he, she, whatever, they look at you and they be like, face palms. And me, I look at you, I face palms at what happens if you fall in pitfalls. What can be a consequence, because of course you can climb back and stuff. So okay, it was of course you're gonna fall in pitfalls. Okay, if you haven't fallen already. And thing is, if you get up, if you make it, so what you can have here, the pillar, is that there are no pitfalls. So you can come here with the confidence that, okay, at least, in the world of going places, I'm not gonna have to watch where I step. So this is one thing. The other thing is that I will, that the pitfalls in some cases, some topics I can imagine will be discussed about and will be presented to you, but as they are, as pitfalls, so of course you don't follow them. There's no point for me to put the, in the jungle holes, I put the bamboos, and then I, sit in the grass and what's up, come, I want to tell you some things, and then let's party or whatever, and then you fall and, you cannot dig out. Acknowledge the genius of some pitfalls and the inner workings, the causes and effects. It's marvelous. Okay, marvelous in because it's working, because you can see the results. So then if you come and say, oh, this sucks, no, you don't get it. You gotta be like, oh, wow. I even clap, sometimes, because it's so, pitfall is so like, okay, so yeah, it's fun to realize these kind of things. Okay, so yeah, that's the third pillars, no pitfalls, and some very some not obvious, but some striking pitfalls. You comment about avoiding them, but it's not really. I don't say you what to avoid or not to avoid. It's just understand the why. Because you found the pitfalls to not get somewhere else. So why? Like, what's up? And what's up? So yeah, there you have it, the three pillars that the world we're going places is established on. Objective, in quotes, certitude, and no pitfalls. Okay, so this is it for the prequel. And yeah, well, looking forward to doing the first episode, and we'll see where it goes from there. Does this prequel make any sense? Perhaps, or maybe not. You tell me. Alright, so this is it, and see you in the first episodes.